Christopher Nolan is one of the most prolific and celebrated directors in 21st-century Hollywood, and Warner Brothers is seemingly determined not to let their mistake in letting him go happen again with other clients. As some may recall, Nolan parted ways with the studio in 2021, despite working with Warner Brothers since the release of Nolan's breakout movie Insomnia in 2002. The director disagreed with Warner Brothers' newfound strategy of simultaneously releasing projects in theaters and on its streaming service, HBO Max at the time. Consequently, Nolan broke his partnership with the company and signed with Universal Pictures. Warner Brothers losing Christopher Nolan was a bad deal because, following his departure from the film and entertainment studio, the director created and released arguably his most successful movie, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer grossed almost $1 billion at the box office. It ultimately earned more than $957 million during its theatrical run, undoubtedly a blow to Warner Brothers and an enormous win for Universal Pictures. However, the company is learning from its past mistakes and locking down a couple of the most in-demand actors in Hollywood. WB's Tom Cruise and Timothée Chalamet deals avoid its Christopher Nolan problem. Warner Brothers signed massive deals with Tom Cruise and Timothée Chalamet in 2024, coming off their recent successes, Top Gun, Maverick and Dune, Part 2, respectively. Cruise's deal with Warner Brothers entails collaborating on producing original and franchise theatrical films, and starring Cruise, of course. Although the agreement between Cruise and Warner Brothers doesn't mean he won't still be working with other studios to make content, the franchise aspect of the Warner Brothers deal indicates that those movies will bring in more revenue for the studio. Meanwhile, Chalamet cemented his A-list status with his deal with Warner Brothers. The actor's contract with the production studio includes a multi-year agreement to collaborate on future films, with Chalamet as a star and producer, and a salary increase reportedly in the tens of millions of dollars per movie featuring Chalamet in a leading role. Like Cruise's deal, Chalamet can make films with other studios, but Warner Brothers has first pickings on the actor's prospective projects. Consequently, Warner Brothers is avoiding the mistake it previously made by letting Christopher Nolan walk away from the company. Will Christopher Nolan return to Warner Brothers? Christopher Nolan looking into a camera directing Oppenheimer. Although Christopher Nolan cut ties with Warner Brothers in 2021, the director has left the door open for a possible collaboration in the future. Nolan told Variety that the feud between him and the film production studio is water under the bridge. When asked if he would be open to returning to Warner Brothers, the director said, "Oh yeah, absolutely." So, even though Nolan and Warner Brothers seemingly had a messy public breakup, they could come together again to make great movies.